So we're going to start the class just by closing our eyes for a moment. Bringing our body and mind to stillness. Slowing down our breath. Taking a moment to breathe out a little bit deeper without straining. Appreciating the rise and fall of the chest and the expansion and contraction of the rib cage. And gently opening the eyes. So we're just going to do a little exercise to synchronize breath with movement. And this is just a small exercise where we count to 5, inhaling, count to 5, exhaling. So the idea is to reach full lung capacity at the count of 5 and then have fully emptied the lungs with the subsequent count of 5. So we'll just try that without the movement first. So emptying the lungs completely. Starting to inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let go for a moment. Okay, so now that we've understood how the breathing works, we're going to bring just a little bit of movement into it. We're just going to raise the arms up. So the arms will start here before we inhale, and then we'll start to inhale. And when we reach the count of 5, we want to have the hands together. And then when we start to exhale, we come back down, retracing our steps, and bring the hands to the floor on the count of 5, exhaling. Okay, so let's begin. Exhale completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. So it might seem very simple, but there's another subtlety to this exercise. So the ideal thing would be that you would move the arms kind of at the same pace of the breath. So rather than having like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you want to try and see if you can divide up this space between here and here in 5 pieces, yeah? So there is a lot of subtlety to it. And it requires your concentration. So you might have noticed the moment you stop concentrating fully, then you get lost, yeah? And it gets out of sync. So it can be a really nice thing to try and focus on this kind of breathing when you're moving in the yoga poses, flowing from pose to pose. Oftentimes, too much focus is given to the kind of external posture, and we often feel like we're falling short in terms of what our poses look like compared to what we think they should look like. And really the external poses, they're just a manifestation of the internal work. So really the benefit, I think personally, is really in focusing on the breathing. So give that a go. You might give it a go today, or you might give it a go at another point. Okay, so we're just going to come to standing. Bring yourself to the top of your mat. We're just going to do our regular sun salutations to start. So feet together. Inhaling, raising the arms up. The palms might touch. You might pull up, your head might go back. And exhaling, folding forwards. Hands can be on the shins here, or they might be reaching the floor. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, step the feet back. So you can keep this really soft, or you can be in like a plank position. It's up to you and what your body is able for. And then from here, you can bring the knees down. If you need to, you can hold it here and lower like this. Then inhaling, rolling over the toes and arch. Again, you can make it more intense by lifting the legs. And exhale, lift the hips up and back. Breathe in here. It's a good opportunity to come back to your breath. If the count of 5 worked for you, go for it. You might like slightly shorter, count of 4. Something manageable. And then walking, stepping, or if jumping isn't your practice, you can jump. Inhale here or here. Exhale, head to the legs. Inhale, push into the feet, bring your body up, reach up. You might look up. Exhale, arms down by your side. Inhaling, reaching up again. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling, lifting the head. Exhale, stepping or jumping back, holding a plank or bringing your knees down and lower. Inhale, arch. And exhale, lift the hips up and back. Walking, stepping, or if jumping is in your practice, go ahead. Inhale, exhale, draping over the legs. Inhale, pushing into the feet, bring yourself up. And exhale. Inhaling again, reaching up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, stepping or jumping the feet back, choosing your option here. Inhaling, arch. Exhale, lift the hips. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. Walking, stepping or jumping forwards. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhaling, come up, reach up. And exhale, arms down by your side. You're going to do 2 more of those. So inhale, reach up again. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, stepping back, lowering down. Inhaling, arch. And exhale, hips up and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk, step or jump forwards. Inhaling, head up. Exhale, head down. Inhale, push into the feet, strong legs, bring yourself up. Reach up. And exhale, arms down by your side. So we're going to do one more. If at any stage in the downward dog position it's just too strenuous for you, you can take a rest for as long as you need out of the 5 breaths. So inhaling, reaching up again. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, head up. Exhale, step or jump back. Lowering down. Inhaling, arch. And exhale, hips up and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Walk, step or jump forwards. Inhaling, head up only. Exhale, head down. Inhale, come up. Reach up. And exhale, arms down by your sides. We're going to do a different type of sun salutation now. Some of you have done it before with me. It's really nice for stretching out the fronts of the thighs, hip flexor area. Yeah. Inhale, bend the knees, bring the arms up. They might be apart, they might be together. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, bring the right leg back. Pull forwards. Exhale, bring the left leg back. Knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, just lift the chest, little baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push into the knees and lift the knees up. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, bring the foot in between the hands, back knee down. Inhale, pull forwards. Exhale, step the left to join the right. Inhale, bend the knees, come up. And exhale, straighten. Left leg down. Inhale, bend the knees, arms up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, left leg goes back, knee to the floor, open the chest here. Exhale, right leg goes back, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lift the hips. Couple of breaths. Inhale, raise the leg up, left leg. Exhale, foot between the hands, back knee down. Inhale, pull forwards. Exhale, right to join left. Fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come up. And exhale, straighten. So just a little word on this. You can make it a little bit harder for any of you that have a more intense practice. So when we come back, you don't have to, like, when you go from here, you don't have to stay on the knees. You can bring them up and take a momentary plank position, okay? I'm going to do a couple more rounds. Inhale, bend the knees, arms up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, right leg goes back, knee to the floor, pull forwards here. Exhale, left leg goes forwards. This is what I mean, yeah? Knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, little baby cobra. Exhale, lift the hips. 2 breaths here. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, bring the foot between the hands, pull it forwards, inhale. Exhale, left leg forwards, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come up. And exhale, straighten left side. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, left leg goes back, pull forwards. Exhale, right leg goes back. Knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, hips down, chest up. And exhale, lift the hips. Couple of breaths here. And again, you can take a child's pose if you need to. But it's just a couple of breaths, so you should be fine. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Exhale, bring the foot between the hands, back knee to the floor. Inhale, pull forwards, open the chest. Exhale, right to join left and fold. Inhale and bend the knees, come up. And exhale, straighten. We'll do one more on each side. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, right leg goes back, open the chest. Exhale, left leg goes back, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, lift the chest up, hips are down. Exhale, lift the hips. Couple of breaths. Inhaling, raise the right leg up. Exhale, bring it between the hands, back knee to the floor. Inhale, pull forwards. Exhale, left to join right. Inhale, bend the knees, come up. And exhale, straighten. And last time on the left side, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg goes back. Pull forwards. Exhale, right leg goes back. Knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, hips down, chest up. And exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Exhale, foot between the hands, back knee to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, step forwards and fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come up. And exhale, straighten. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves to the wall now. As some of you know, I love to use the wall as a prop. So we're going to do our forward fold, but with the use of the wall. So that's what we did last week. So you just kind of come in close to the wall. Some of you will be further away than others. And you're just trying to get some part of your back to touch off the wall so that you can just relax into this. Doesn't even matter if those heels lift, just as long as some part of your back is resting, and it'll really allow you to hang and take your hips up higher than normal, yeah? We'll just take a few breaths here. And you're going to slowly find your way out. So you might feel a little bit dizzy. If that's the case, you can just take the heel of your hand and place it there just above the eyebrows. And just bow your head slightly. Give yourself a moment. You might have just a little bit of a head rush. Okay, so we're going to stay using our wall for our triangle pose. So we often do this exercise when people are new and they've maybe never done triangle before, but I also use it with people who are more experienced, because you just get a deeper stretch and a new awareness of the pose. So we take our feet pretty wide, arms stretched out, and then we just turn one foot. So you don't want to be right up on top of the skirting board, because then you're going to be pushed out, yeah? But you want your hands to be able to touch the wall, And then we're going to just go down the side of that foot that's turned out, so the right foot in my case. So you don't have to have like the hip pinned to the wall or anything, but you're using the wall as an indicator, yeah? So you're trying to have that top arm on the wall, the hand is on the wall, and the shoulder is going towards the wall. Again, it might not be completely on it, but it's just giving you an indicator of where you're at. And you might find you go further. The stretch can be quite deep. Decide to stay higher and have more control. And slide up and turn the other side. And you can also play around with taking the gaze up. Not that I expect your cheek to be on the wall, but the wall just tells you where you are in space. So it just helps you to maybe go a little bit deeper. It's like a teacher that is adjusting you in a pose. Your wall is your adjuster. And slowly come up. And to come up, really engage the right side of the waist to help you come up with control. And coming back to your mat. Okay. We're going to take the feet wide now. Hands to your waist. I'm just going to fold forwards and bring your hands to the floor. Inhaling here and exhaling, fold. It's really giving your spine a chance to grow. And then walking the hands out a little bit. We're taking the right hand to center and just turning the fingers out. And then I like to trace my arm all the way up. I'm really trying to keep my hips squared towards the floor and squeeze my lower belly in. Feel that little lift in the pelvic floor. And only go as far as is manageable for you. Don't overstrain. Come back to your breathing. And slowly we're going to switch hands. And bringing that hand down. We'll bring both hands to our waist now and bring ourselves up. And bring the feet together. We're going to move on to our balances. So let's take our regular balance, holding the knee. You do also have the option of holding the big toe. Once you're steady, coming back to your breath. And slowly out to the side. If you need to use a wall, feel free to do so. If the pose is just really unsteady for you. Slowly back into center and exhale, release the leg, and we'll do the other side. And out to the side. Back into center and release. Okay, so I should have said it at the beginning, but you have like a belt. This is a band, but you don't. It doesn't need to be a band. This is what I had handiest. If you have like a belt, doesn't have to be a yoga belt. It can be any kind of belt or like a cloth scarf or something. Anything really, yeah, that allows you to kind of stretch. So we're going to take, some of you might not even need it, but I personally like it to not force the pose. We're going to take this behind the back, and then we're going to reach with the opposite hand. And then we want to really try to bring that elbow, that top elbow up towards the ceiling. And we want the head to be kind of not compromised here. So often people catch the hands, but it's at the detriment to the head, and it's like squashed in. We want to be able to stand up tall here. And you can use that bottom hand to kind of pull to get a deeper stretch in the top arm. And this is a great one if you're sitting at your desk a lot, as many of my lunchtime students are. So this is really good to kind of get those shoulders back and open up this area. And then we'll switch sides. I could do that one all day, but we will switch. What I said, you can use that by pulling on the belt with the bottom hand. You can raise that top elbow up higher. And release. Okay, so if you have a belt, you can take quite a wide distance here, yeah? So you're going to bring it up and bring it over. So nice and wide is good. Don't want you to strain your shoulders, just want you to kind of improve the mobility there. Okay, and then we're just going to keep the feet wide and go to the sides. And release. Shake out the shoulders. And then we're going to use our wall. We'll place our hands on our wall. And we're just going to keep the fingers nice and firm, so there's activation there. Just let the chest drop. Breathe here. So you don't want to completely sink in. I'm going to create a little bit of an opening. And release. Shake them out again. You're going to interlace the fingers now. And then we're going to fold over our legs. So our legs are not our priority for this. Our arms are. You can have knees bent if you wish. If it feels really comfortable to have them straight, go ahead. And try to lengthen the arms away from you. And create that trying to create that connection between shoulder blades. You just kind of lengthen, and that creates space. And gently release the hands. So we're going to come down to the floor now, and we're going to finish the class with some very gentle wall work. So make sure you have space, and you want to come into the wall nice and close. So this is the best way I find to get in close to the wall. I kind of come into one side, and then I start to sit down and lie down and roll my legs in. And then from here, we're going to do a few different poses. We're going to bend our right leg and place it on our left thigh, just above the knee. So this is your first position, yeah? You don't want to be tilting the pelvis off. You want to try and keep the hips squared. And then if you want to make this more intense, you start to bend the top leg. Note how I'm keeping active here in my foot so that it doesn't kind of go into my ankle. And some people will be very tight here, I certainly am. And then some people will find that they're really bending the knee loads. Just try to keep your hips squared. Just breathing here at the level of intensity that you find is sustainable. If you find that you've gone in too much, just back off a little bit. And we're going to take that leg up. We're going to do the other side. Switching over. You might note that the other side feels a bit different or a lot different. There's slightly different sensations. Some people like to push into the knee again. I'll leave that up to you to decide. And then releasing that leg. And bring the soles of the feet together now. If you do have a belt, just one option. If you wanted it, it can be quite nice to kind of wrap the feet. If your feet are like mine and they come apart quite a lot, it feels quite nice just to have them together. Just an option. And then undoing the feet. The legs back up the wall. And then we're going to take the legs wide. It's quite an intense pose. You might feel quite a lot of pull. If there's excessive pull around the knee area, and if it helps, it might help to bend the knees, yeah? So just seeing how far you can go without overstraining. You could stay in any of those for quite a long time. So if you have time on your hands, you can pause the video and stay there for longer in any or all of those poses. So for the last pose, I'm going to do like an assisted shoulder stand. So I'm going to go to the side so you can see me a little bit better. So for assisted shoulder stand, you bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the floor, and then you lift the hips up. And then some of you might be able to place your hands on your lower back for support. And this is just an option for those who want something a little bit gentler than full shoulder stand. It just takes the pressure off the neck. If you do have shoulder stand in your practice, you might take the legs off, but try to do it without using momentum. And then some of you, you might be exploring taking the legs off. Yeah, nice and slow without any bounce. It's easier to stay in this position than stay with the legs up. So you might be exploring that, or you might be doing it one leg at a time. You can also put something kind of there where my feet are. If you're not quite reaching the floor, people sometimes put something there, like a few cushions or blocks or something, so that you can rest your feet there. We're going to slowly come back and make our way away from the wall. We'll just do a little counter pose for the neck to finish. If you have your hair tied up like me, you need to take it down if it's on top of the head. And we're going to have legs straight for this pose. So we want to try and get our arms underneath our legs. So we take one arm, we roll over to one side and we place it underneath. And then we roll over to the other side and place the other arm underneath. And then we push into the elbows and bring the head up so that we're on the crown of our head now. With just a little counter pose for our neck after shoulder stand. And gently releasing the hands. Bring the knees in for a moment, little roll. Bring the feet down, little sway of the knees. And then you're going to just stretch the legs out for relaxation. Just taking a moment to get comfortable. Letting yourself spread out, take space. Taking a big breath in And sigh it out on the exhale. And again, big breath in. One last time. Letting the body relax and release. Scanning for any hidden tension. Breathing into every corner of the body. In that same way, we open the windows in the house to air everything out. Use your breath to air everything out in your body. Feel that fresh air, how it revitalizes every cell. Taking that energy that the air has for you to replenish yourself. Keeping the mind soft, not attaching to any thoughts. Let yourself be at peace in this moment. We're going to start to move the toes and the fingers. Bringing life back into the body, into the limbs. Bending one knee into the chest. Bending the other knee in. Give yourself a big hug. Roll over onto one side. And find your way up to sitting. Taking however long you need here to come back. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.